Hi, I'm Ed Knights, president of Theater 3, and bringing you a special edition of Welcome to the Theater. Today we welcome Fran Weber, who is here because she is going to be starting a children's theater program here in Acton, and she will be using Theater 3 for her performance space for her workshops. Welcome to the theater and also to Theater 3.
Thank you, Ed. It's a pleasure to be here.
So tell us what it is that you will be doing. What are you bringing that's new to Acton?
So I'm bringing music and theater classes for children into the West Acton area. So we're going to be meeting, all of our classes and performances will be specifically in West Acton. We're going to have our classes at Modern Bar right on 525 Mass Ave, and then all of our workshop showcases will be at Theater 3. And this is going to be music classes for babies to toddlers. It'll be musical theater and theater classes for elementary to high school, as well as voice and acting coaching for anyone, all ages.
Great. And so the workshop part of it, when you're doing the performance workshops, you'll be coming into an actual theater space for the kids to be up on stage.
Yes, definitely.
And
an essential part of any theater class is to perform.
And in some ways, this is clearly different from what we have now, which is mostly around performance and not so much around training and education. So that's something new.
Right. I mean, I guess the point of a workshop model, so for instance, one of the classes I'm teaching is a Disney musical theater workshop for ages 3 to 5. Okay, so they'll come in, and it's not going to be The Little Mermaid, so there's only one Ariel, and you know everybody else is a fish floating around in the background feeling sad. Everyone's going to have something to work on. You know, everyone will have a song, everyone will have a scene, and everyone will get to be part of an ensemble. So the three sort of elements of a play, of a musical theater play, everyone gets to experience that. And therefore, my hope, well, with the little ones, it's just for them to have fun. But my hope is that they'll learn about the whole experience of creating a show, rather than, you know, signing up for a very expensive class and just doing one aspect of it.
And am I correct that one of the reasons why it's not so expensive is because you don't have to pay royalties because you're not doing a performance of a show, you're just doing workshops and you're not selling tickets. The people can come and watch their kids up on the stage.
That's correct.
But it's
I mean, I will be licensing the music through ASCAP and BMI, and under those licenses you still can charge a fee for performances if we wanted to. Right. But mostly these are going to be friend and family invited showcases, just to celebrate the work that we've done.
So it's like a recital, like you know, if your child's taking violin lessons, that they have recitals and you come and watch.
I mean, the idea is that theater education has the types of skills and life enrichment that music does as well. So why shouldn't it be an educational class that you'd want to take after school, just like you would take violin or just like you would go to ballet class?
So tell us about what you've done in the past of a similar nature, because as I understand it, you were in California and then you were in Watertown and now you've moved to this area.
Yes. Well, I mean, personally, my experience as an actress, I started when I was 4 and played Gretel in The Sound of Music in my local theater. And had my first solo voice recital at 4 years old. Wow. So that was a pretty big deal in Northampton, Massachusetts.
Wow.
But no, I fell in love with theater really early and performed all throughout my life. And that passion brought me out to LA, where I was singing and songwriting and touring the clubs and doing all of that. And as my day job, I started teaching musical theater classes at a performing arts school out there called the Adderley School. And that sparked a passion in me that I kind of knew I had, but I mean, it became very clear that teaching theater and directing was my go-to. And I stayed with that school for 8 years. I was the administrative director. I directed what felt like hundreds of workshops, and got to do some pretty exciting things because, you know, they're out in Hollywood, so they get to do flashy things. And then I came back here.
And in Watertown, you were also.
Yep, I was in residence at Watertown Children's Theater up until a couple weeks ago. I directed 4 or 5 shows for them and did their summer camps and classes and things like that. And I also directed theater at a bunch of high schools around the area.
How would people learn more about what you do if they wanted to, like, are you doing any demonstrations or any
Yes.
meetings that people could go and talk to you about?
Definitely. So first of all is I'm going to be performing at the Acton Farmers Market on June 30th.
Great.
So I'll be there for 2 hours, strumming away on my ukulele, singing. I might have some kids with me, I might not. The moon will be there, and I'll be able to talk to people about classes then. And then I'm also hosting a free event at Modern Bar on July 16th, which will be kind of a music and dance jam for toddlers and their caregivers.
What does the moon symbolize?
The name Paper Moon, obviously the song, It's Only a Paper Moon, I have always loved that song. But when I came up with the idea to start this project, and even the day that I met you, it was a new moon, literally. And it felt kind of like serendipity, and everything just started moving into place. So at first I was going to call it New Moon. And then I decided Paper Moon was more evocative of children and theater. And so my son, who's 2, and my husband and I all made that together.
Cute.
Yeah.
And how do people actually register for a class if they
They
want to
go
do that?
to papermoonworkshop.com, and literally there's a tab called Classes, and you can sign up right there online. It's that easy.
And if somebody wants to study voice, they can sign that up as a separate thing, because that's something you also
That is
gonna
something
teach.
I do, and you can book that online as well. You
Great,
can
great.
click book it and check off what day or time works for you, and yeah, we'll do your lessons. I'm also going to be offering an audition workshop for the high school students. I met with Jessica Harms, who's the head of theater, yesterday,
Great.
and we're going to be offering a pretty intense audition workshop in August before their auditions for the musical.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
terrific. People are alwawe wanting to know how to do that.
It's so hard. Auditioning is just
hate it.
hard.
One time I did interviews here that we broadcast here of cast members who were auditioning. And just after each one had finished the audition, I talked to them about the experiences.
Oh gosh.
I found actually the kids had a great time. The adults, nobody liked the process.
Yeah.
It was not.
They're a little more familiar with rejection. I
Yeah,
think.
exactly. The kids haven't gotten shot down.
Yeah.
A lot of people figure they're lucky if they get maybe a third of the parts that they try out for in community theater. So,
Right.
well, that'd be good. It's nice to have a skill that they can use and prepare a song. You can show them how to do
Right.
that.
We'll be coaching songs because they will get a packet of songs and monologues, and so we'll be working those and sort of coaching them. And then the second day, it's going to be over a weekend. The second day, we will do callbacks coaching. So callbacks is I'm really good at callbacks. I'm not as good at auditions, but it's all about nerve control really and preparation.
Got
So.
it. Sure. You want to show them what you can do, not what you wish you could do.
Yes,
also.
exactly. Show them who you are,
Yeah.
and that'll be enough.
Good. Anything else that you want to tell us about the program?
Let's see.
How often would a typical student be going per week or
Yes, so all of our classes will meet weekly, and the toddler classes will be 8-week sessions. The classes for elementary to high school will be 10-week sessions. And that last week, we will meet at the theater and have like a dress rehearsal type situation, and all showcase on the same day. And I guess that's...
Are there? I know that some of the children's programs that we've had in the area require parents to participate in a variety of ways and to buy a certain number of tickets, things like that. Are there? I'm sure you appreciate them helping, but are there obligations besides bringing your child and bringing them home?
No. The only obligation is bringing them and making sure they have water and socks on, and
Okay.
that's it.
That's
it.
quite a change.
Yeah.
So I think that will be popular.
That's
I'm sure
good.
people will want to come try it out. So
Right, and maybe someday we'll want to do a show as well, but
yes,
I think, I mean, when you look at what's on Broadway right now, this workshop type of show where it's much more interactive and less about flashy costumes and special effects, that's really what it's about right now. It's about interacting with human beings.
and if you look at what's how people are learning at the next levels, and particularly in college and then beyond that, there's a lot of it that's workshop and a lot of it is hands-on, and there's no costumes and
Exactly.
there's no lights up or anything, and they're just
Right.
practicing these skills, learning them.
The costumes are really fun,
Yes.
but the costumes don't make a great show, and they don't make a great actor. So really what I'm doing for my business right now is setting a foundation. And what I would hope to do for the children that I teach is to set a really strong foundation for them.
Okay.
Whether they go on to be an actor or whether they just go on to be a human being, I believe that theater teaches them skills that will help them in both areas.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much. It's been a
Thank you.
pleasure to talk to you.
You too.
This has been an interview with Fran Weber about her new children's theater program, Paper Moon, and she will be doing her workshops locally here in West Acton, and she will be actually doing the performing at Theater 3 with the first set of performances next November. So for further information, the website is papermoonworkshop.com. We'll see you next time on Welcome to the Theater.